City of Boise has outlined their next steps into the investigation about what's going on at the Boise Police Department. Boise Mayor Lauren McLean plans to hire Steptoe and Johnson. They're an international law firm based in Washington, D.C. Earlier this month, information surrounding former Boise Police Captain Matt Bringleson came to light. City of Boise says that Bringleson participated in, quote, white supremacist interviews and events while he was sworn in as a Boise police officer. The investigation is to learn if Bringleson's beliefs impacted his work as an officer and if other officers at the department hold the same beliefs. Andrew Bartline reports.
Standing side by side, the City of Boise, the police department, and the police union.
These have not been easy days.
We're all unified under a single message.
There is no room in the Boise Police Department for those who allow racist or white supremacist views to negatively impact policing in our community.
The news conference comes in response to former Boise Police Captain Matt Bringleson. The city says Bringleson participated in racist and white supremacist events while sworn in as an active Boise police officer. He spent 22 years with the department.
Whatever the worst crime of the day is, it's usually either a black person or somebody, an unknown white.
Bringleson wrote under an alias for an online publication called American Renaissance. The Southern Poverty Law Center labels them a hate group.
We need to know whether racist ideology has tainted policing, hiring and promotions, internal investigations, and community interactions in any way.
The Boise Police Union stated they prefer an internal investigation to resolve the matter.
We believe there's offices designed for that. Either way, our union members will continue to earn the Boiseans' trust through policing ethically and professionally.
However, Mayor McLean says the Office of Police Accountability will be under the investigation as well. She hired an outside firm.
I have selected Michael Bromwich and his team at Steptoe and Johnson. This is a firm known for government investigations and enforcement.
The international law firm conducted an investigation earlier this year into the Baltimore Police Department. The report detailed 20 years of decision-making.
It was important to find somebody that had ties over time to civil rights work, and his experience with the Department of Justice was important to me as well.
The mayor says she will have a contract drafted with the firm that will officially start the firm's investigation.
And speaking on behalf of City Council, we look forward to the opportunity to approve this contract next week.
And the police department confirms they will support the city's choice.
We stand ready to support the investigation by fully providing the investigator and his team with access to the documents, data, and interviews necessary to be thorough. We support the idea of an independent investigation, as we too want to get to the bottom of these questions that many have.
The cost of the contract is unclear at this point. The mayor says there will be a cap on costs where the firm cannot charge more than that cap. The mayor says the contract and the cap should be listed Friday with that city council agenda. And we've heard from interim chief Weiniger that there are questions that are still being sorted out that we all want to know answers to. And I think the first thing that came to mind is, how does this impact Chief Lee getting fired when Bringleson was the most vocal out of all the people complaining against Chief Lee? Well, they said if the investigation covers that, we will then know. The timeline is unclear. The mayor says she wants it to be quick and thorough. Did not touch further on what that means exactly. Is quick and thorough 3 months? Is it 6 months? We don't know. And then, of course, recommendations, that's her final goal. If they can get recommendations from this firm to fix some of their practices and policies, so in her words, this kind of thing doesn't happen again.
I know that you just touched on that you couldn't get an exact timeline, so I guess I'll ask you to guess here. As you're in the press conference this afternoon, do you get the idea that this is an urgent thing they want to get done, in the coming weeks? Or is this something that's more of a long-term, high-level look at the whole department as a whole?
Well, that investigation into the Baltimore Police Department that was also a 20-year time span. We know Bringleson has been there about a similar time in Boise. That was like a 500, 600-page report. So I imagine it takes a long time to get that done, but the police department says any data, information, interviews they need for this investigation, they're going to cooperate. I imagine that helps with the timeline.
Well, we know the community wants answers into that. Andrew and I will be following this along with the rest of the Channel 7 team. The 208, though, we're going to step aside real quickly, but we'll be back right after this break.